What's up, everybody? Welcome to podcast now. I'm Alex, and in this video, we celebrate Crash 4's 5-year anniversary. And it's not just me celebrating it. You look over at Twitter, Crash Bandicoot, the official, and remember, this Twitter profile was acting a little strange a couple weeks ago. I made the video. I think it got a lot of people starting to theorize, like, are you teasing something? Like, what's going on? They've been acting a little bit different. Their header, or, their kind of bio on Twitter, that changed for the first time in many years, so there could be something still cooking. And I would maybe even like to read into what they actually posted for Crash's anniversary. So they say 5 years of masks, madness, and marsupial mayhem. Crash Bandicoot 4 is officially half a decade old. It's about time we celebrated. And you see the picture of 5-year anniversary. Now, I would like to say it's about time we celebrated. So it's about time, of course, being the tagline there, but the celebration, I don't want to read into it too much. I don't want to get myself excited. I don't want to get you guys excited when we don't need to be, I guess, right? But it's about time we celebrated. Does that mean, are you just celebrating from the picture? Because that's all, by the way, that's all they posted. It's just the picture. So, celebrated as in, are we supposed to play Crash 4 today? I mean, I wasn't planning on it. Ghost of Yote is out, but maybe I'll fire it up this weekend or something. But do you mean it's time we celebrated in general? Maybe in the next couple weeks you announce something? Look, what I'm also here to do is, I want to talk about Crash 4 just a little bit, but also I can't help myself. I do want to talk about the possibility of another one. Actually, that was my tweet. I think a lot of people said the same thing. It's about time for a celebration. It's about time for a fifth game. It's about time that you reactivate that Crash Spyro crossover thing that sounded, remember Liam Robertson, I believe, made the video on it, unbelievably cool. And that obviously got shut down. So I would like that, please. But if not, I don't know. I just want another one of these games. I've talked about it multiple times. Crash means the absolute world to me. Crash Bash was the first game I ever played. I actually think about these games. I was writing down games I want to play next year for podcast now Back to the Past. I want to try to get to some old Crash games, and maybe not even through the Insane trilogy. I mean, the OGs, the original probably trilogy. Honestly, I think all three of them on PlayStation, physically. So I mean, it's a franchise I think about so often. It's a franchise that continues to puzzle me. I mean, you can always say the same thing. It'll always make me mad. That's the thing. It never changes my mood. The fact that this franchise is strong, it really probably always has been strong. Yeah, it died off maybe just a little bit, but it came back, and the Insane trilogy sold so well. So well. Then you had Crash 4 that also, over time sold extremely well. And then the pivot, of course, just a bad era, really a bad era, to go into Crash Team Rumble. And I've talked about that 1,001 times. And then here we are. It really, they somehow effectively managed to kill off the franchise again. And it's unreal because the franchise, in a lot of ways, you could argue, is stronger than ever before. Coming off of the Insane trilogy, going into Crash 4, and even right after, let's say post 1 year after, Crash 4, franchise was doing very strong. I mean, it was an incredibly strong franchise, but you had Activision being Activision. You had, just all these different things going on, and here we are now. So, again, it'll never make me not mad because I just, killing off one of my top 5 favorite franchises of all time is going to piss me off. But then also, having it, you successfully, with PlayStation's help, I guess, back 2015, 2016, you successfully did it. You brought it back, and you arguably made it stronger than ever before, and then you just let it, slip right through your freaking fingertips. So that makes me very mad. In terms of Crash 4, by the way, I think I'll always love it. It was a very special game, even though I think it's aged rather weird for a lot of people. See, most times I see retrospectives or people kind of looking back at Crash 4, it's always the difficulty. It's always how insane the platinum is, and that it was just too much, and they kind of misunderstood the message of how you make these games difficult, and then the idea of having to repeat. I mean, that was the main thing with Crash 4, right? At least to get the platinum was that rinse and repeating of so many different things that were very, very similar, sometimes inverted, sometimes that color scheme thing that changed it. That was, and honestly, when I look back at people's opinions of it, those are the videos that get at least thrown at me in the algorithm, which is a little sad because I do think overall, I mean, like I said, it's in a good spot. It was in a good spot. Like, I don't think Crash 4 hurt it in any way. I don't think it was spectacular. I don't think it was like the best Crash game we've ever gotten. But I mean, like, I think we were entering the era. You know, it was really the continued return. It's almost like Silent Hill, right? Like Silent Hill 2 remake came out last year, and it's like, all right, you proved that you can remake a classic, right? Okay, now make a new one. And Silent Hill F comes out, and in terms of just sales, like, it's actually outdoing it. And the reception maybe is a little bit more split, but I mean, for Crash, it's like, okay, Insane Trilogy, I think, like, quadrupled the sales of Crash 4. But that's to be expected. I mean, like, it's a legendary franchise, and Crash 1 through 3 are legendary games that are kind of timeless. So you could expect the Insane Trilogy to do extremely well. Of course, Crash 4 isn't going to do 20, 25 million. Like, it's just not going to do it. But I think it did 5, 6, 7 million. Like, that's extraordinarily good, for a game that's like that. And again, you just let it kind of slip through your fingertips. So I liked Crash 4. I think about it actually more often than you might think, and I do want to go back. I don't know why I didn't go back for I'm a big guy when it comes to anniversaries. I love 5 year, 10, any of those even. Well, 5 is an odd number, but 5 years, 10 years, 15, 20. Those are actually the anniversary numbers that I focus on Back to the Past, and I don't know why I completely let Crash 4 slip through my finger. I let the Crash 4 slip through my fingertips, just like Activision did. But no, I really do look at that game, honestly, pretty fondly, and maybe I'll go back to it next year. I'll make up for it, and we'll do some videos next year on it. So let me know what you guys think. Make sure you're subscribed to the channel, bell icon turned on, and I hope to see you all on the next one.